Ah, Lord Serenoa, Lady Frederica. Glenbrook is as prosperous as it ever was. And I hear we have you two to thank for it.
It's not really prosperous just yet, but I appreciate the encouragement.
Glenbrook owes its return to prosperity to many, Jerome. I only hope this marks the beginning of a journey toward peace.
As do I. So, what brings you to our humble village this day?
We've received word that you've been having trouble with bandits.
And you came all the way here personally? Truly, I am moved.
You're under the protection of House Wolford. I'm only doing my duty.
Of course. As a matter of fact, we have sighted bandits skulking about in the woods. Fortunately, they seem to be content with that.
For how long, though?
I'm glad no one has come to harm.
For now, my lady. Doubtless they are probing our defenses for weaknesses.
Yeah.
Although they've yet to bare their fangs, I feel their gaze on my back from time to time.
Bandits aren't known for planning ahead, but there's a first time for everything. I suggest we look into this, my lord.
I agree. If indeed there are bandits lurking about, we should flush them out or drive them away.
That would be much appreciated, my lord. We've sent out our own search parties, but with you by our side, the work will go all the quicker. However, I understand your recent days have been filled with strife, and you've journeyed far. Allow us one night to treat your arrival with the pomp it deserves.
Thank you, Jerome. I would welcome a night free from worry.
A night free from worry and the village about to be attacked by bandits, sure.
Then we shall prepare a feast. I look forward to hearing stories of your heroic exploits.
I've got a few of those. All it'll cost you is a few draughts of ale.
Alrighty then. Let's see how the Roselle are faring while we investigate the bandits. Alright. Second verse, same as the first. Let's check for items, talk to everyone, see what's going on.
The villagers seem to be in high spirits. I hope the bandits have been scared off for good.
As do I. It was surprising to see that despite everything, the lives of most haven't changed a bit.
I cannot help but wonder what drew their attention in the first place, however.
It's probably the salt.
You don't think it had something to do with the salt crystals, do you?
I do think it had something to do with the salt crystals.
How would they know? Hyzan protects that information more fiercely than the goddess herself.
That's a good question, actually.
Then, perhaps in their desperation, they've stooped to capturing and selling the Roselle to Hyzant.
Could be the other way around. Maybe Hyzant, like, bought Trish and Travis to get the Roselle. I'm not sure about that, but that's my theory so far.
No. I won't allow the wickedness of House Talior to run rampant again.
It was only a thought, my lady. We know nothing for certain.
Indeed, and it will serve us not to conjecture endlessly. We need to flush these bandits out and hear it from their own mouths.
Aye, but even bandits value their own lives. They won't do anything rash, so long as the odds are against them.
Us being here is a good deterrent.
Serenoa! Bandits! They're everywhere!
Or not, okay.
What? Suppose these ones aren't the sharpest tools in the forge.
We must hurry.
Okay then. Battle time. What's the level? 24. Who's this? A new person. Okay. Oh, is that who? That might be who I think it is. What's our levels currently? Not very, especially considering we've lost Roland, who's... I think we definitely need to do a bit of leveling. But you, are you? I think you are? No way, right?
Must you go, sir?
I regret to say I must. I have been idle for long enough.
It's been so long, I don't remember if this is his voice or not.
But know this. I shall forever be indebted to the Roselle. I know not why fate delivered my battered body to the shores of your village. But I am fortunate that it did.
It is him.
I owe my life to your kindness. Thank you.
Hey, yo.
You'll have no doubt with us. We only did what was right. But where will you go? Safety is a luxury few are afforded these days.
The war rages still, and so long as it does, I must fight with every inch of my being to end it.
A single man can't fix this tangled mess of a world.
Ah, but I am not alone. Every moment my allies risk life and limb without me is a moment I owe them for their bravery. I must rejoin them at once.
I hope so, dude.
I see there's no convincing you otherwise. Very well. But we expect to hear news of your victory soon.
Don't you worry.
I sense the world is on the cusp of great change. Change for the better. When it comes, let us celebrate its arrival together. Well met, friends. I require passage to see Lord Serenoa.
You will have it, no questions
and here
asked.
Are you. If you want an audience, you'll have to wait behind the rest.
There's no line.
Wait. That cape, it can't be. You're Sir Maxwell.
They said his name, let's go. There was no body, I was right. Don't see a body, he's not dead. To be fair, that also mean Evlore's probably alive. Which wouldn't be a terrible thing, I think.
My lord, Sir Maxwell has returned.
Hey, dude.
My apologies for my abrupt departure, my lord. Full glad am I to see you have managed without me.
Sir Maxwell, you're alive.
Aye, and none the worse for wear, I hope. It seems fate would have me take up my spear once more.
Where have you been? We all feared the worst.
Evlora's fell blow cast me into the river, and its cold embrace washed away my memories, along with my pride.
Washed away your memories? What?
I awoke in a village of kind-hearted folk. I might have stayed there, blissful in ignorance, had news of your exploits not reached them. It was then that old memories stirred, prideful memories, painful memories. My purpose became clear. I must end this war or perish in the attempt. I hope that I have not come too late to make a difference.
You're never too late,
Of
dude.
course not. We would be honored to have you fight by our side. I only hope you can say the same for us, Dawnspear.
Maxwell joined your forces. The amnesia thing's a bit weird, but it's over now. Roland's instructor and the finest lancer in all Glenbrook. Specializes in mid-range attacks, possesses multiple powerful abilities. I imagine. We got to see him a little bit. That one fight. Didn't get to play as him, though. Okay, let's take a look at him, though. Only level 22. That's fair, I suppose. Let's see. He seems to just be similar to Roland, which Roland's similar to him, technically. Okay. Alright. Nonetheless, I think I should do a mock battle or two. And then we'll fight. Because the recommended level is it's not a suggestion, basically. I'll do a couple mock battles, get to 24, 23-ish, and then we'll be good. There he is. Alright, so I just did a bunch of leveling. Everyone's 24, 23-ish, mostly. It's probably leveled enough. I forgot about these. Let's see what they are. Yuna and Eredor. Okay. Didn't they already have something together?
Under this tree.
This here's the land of the Jax clan. Or used to be, more like. That clasp on your chest, that's their sigil, if I'm not mistaken.
It's a memento from my parents. Or so I was told.
Aye, now that I'm looking for it, I can see the resemblance. Same silvery hair and everything. Villages near here met with a pretty terrible fate. They begged the armies to spare their fields. The only one who listened was one of House Wolfort's bannermen. No one was surprised, big war hero that he was. But by the time we got here, the Jax had been all but exterminated.
That was probably Eredor, right?
He was digging graves for the dead, enemy and all. A hero and a gentleman he was. Names on the tip of my tongue.
Benedict.
Oh.
Aye, that was it. Do you know the man? I'd like you to pass on my gratitude, if you do.
Thanks for showing me the way.
Your coin's all the thanks I require. If that's all you'll be needing me for, I'll leave you to it.
You make a poor stalker.
Ain't exactly what I'm built for.
You fought in the battle here, didn't you?
Benedict swore me to secrecy. But suppose it ain't break an oath if you already know. Oh, but first I ought to tell you. You've the right to the truth. And those ain't my words. They're his. That's why he never tried to stop you from finding out about your parents.
You know of their fate?
We drove the enemy up the cliff top. Cornered him there. The same instant we cut their leader down, a babe cried out in the distance. In the hideout, we found you, all swaddled up. A letter pinned to you with that same clasp on your chest.
Live strong, Anna. Stronger than any. I see now.
Your family died at our hands. If it's vengeance you want, you can take it out on me.
That doesn't sound like the Eredor I know. Do you think so little of me? To assume I would forsake my friend, bloody my hands with revenge. I know the truth at last. That is enough.
Is it, Anna? Or are you forcing it to be?
Don't be a fool. Benedict is the one who raised me. If I ever want for a father, I know where to find him. When we've won this war, I shall make sure he understands that.
God damn, dude. Okay, let's just move on then. That was heavy.
Made it in time, my lord.
Eridor, you came.
Lady Destra. Your mother was loved by one and all, my lord. Honoring her this day is the least we can do. Is it just you here, my lord?
We are beset on all sides by tasks large and small. I would not impose my familial obligations on the others.
Spoken like a true leader. Me and your mother may not have been family by blood, but duty bound us just as close.
I am sure she would have been overjoyed to see you by my side. I never had a chance to know her. My only memories are from stories others told me. And still, I somehow can feel the warmth of her embrace, hear the loving sound of her voice.
She was smitten, that is true. She held on to you so tightly, I reckon not even the Dawnspear could have pried you from her.
Did she?
Lady Destra's smile was brighter than the sun, and near as constant. She treated young Benedict and I like little brothers, though at times we weren't so deserving of her care. Even so, she always had a kind word, and worry enough to spare. There weren't a woman like her in all of Norzelia.
I did not know the bond between you three ran so deep. Benedict never mentioned it.
His lips aren't as loose as mine, especially when it comes to Lady Destra. Speaking of which, here. Your mother would have loved to get one of these from you.
A snowbell? My father mentioned her fondness for these flowers. Every year when I visited her, without fail, one of these would be placed in front of her grave. Was that you all this time?
Well, not exactly, my lord.
Was it Benedict's?
They're quite rare, are they not? I often search for them, but I have yet to see one in bloom. Where did you find it?
Well, I made a journey down south. Benedict insisted. Apologies for my absence, my lord.
There is naught to apologize for. 'Twas a thoughtful gesture, and I thank you for it. Somehow, I can feel Mother smiling down upon us.
More than I deserve, if I'm being honest.
Huh. There's already a snowbell. Who could have...
Should have known. Nothing will stop him from his duty.
What was that?
It was nothing, my lord. Seems we're not the only ones carrying a torch for Lady Destra.
It's definitely Benedict.
Indeed. We are fortunate to be part of such a close-knit house. And that is thanks to those who serve it. I trust I'll see you here again in a year's time, Eridor.
Of course, my lord. Snowbells might capture a moment in time, but your mother inspired loyalty for an eternity.
Alright, that one was nicer. Just got one left. Former Saints.
Who in their right mind sends an old man on a scouting mission? Oh, goddess take me. I can't wait to retire.
You volunteered to help us, come on.
Of course, I can't very well do so until the war is over.
What will you do once it is?
I can't say I have any plans in particular. But there is one regret I'd like to remedy. I'd like to find my first love. I still dream of her, even all these years later.
Huh.
She was the general of the Esfrosti forces during the siege of the Citadel of the Sands. The turning point of the Salt Iron War, that was. I never learned her name. We were enemies, yes, but it was clear from the battle we waged how much we admired one another. She caught a beautiful figure on the battlefield. Her every movement was majestic. More than anything, she was a fearsome warrior. Truly, there is none in the world like her. I wonder what might have been had we met in a tavern instead of as enemies.
I see. I hope you can find her then.
As do I. As do I.
Well, looky here. Easy mark.
Let's get them before they wise up.
There.
He saw us? We're too far away. Inhumanly possible.
You're only like 100 feet away or so.
Monster!
That's being generous.
How did you sense those bandits from such a distance?
Rats like that will never get the better of me. Until this war is over, I've only begun to fight.
I can see you mean that.
Ah, that's it. I know what I'm going to do when we're done fighting. I'll travel the land till I find the Esfrosti general who caught my eye. It's strange, but I sense her presence wherever I go. Might be she's closer than I think.
It wasn't Anna's mom, was it? Well, Anna's wasn't Ezra.
If that's the case, I'd better do what I can to end this war, and fast. Time to work twice as hard for an early retirement.
Okay then. I think that's everything. There's no other side stories, are there? No. Alright, now that just leaves the bandit thing. Let's see how we do here.
Time to hand over the treasure.
Treasure? We are humble folk. There is no treasure here.
Remember me?
Don't play coy with us. We know it's here.
Yeah, no way Esfrost would go through the trouble of hiding this book if there weren't no treasure.
You fool! Don't go blabbing all our secrets.
A book? What book? We didn't see no book.
Sure.
A book? They stole a book from the archives?
Use your eyes and think. If we were hiding treasure, would we not avail ourselves some small portion of it?
I suppose.
I mean, they didn't use any of the salt, but I think most people didn't realize it existed.
Don't let his fancy words befuddle that thick head of yours. If they're just going to keep yapping on about having no treasure, we might as well drive him out and look for it ourselves. And if they get hurt in the process, they can't say we didn't warn them.
It is I who shall warn you. Cease this folly and we will not punish you. This place falls under our rule and we won't suffer bandits to harass our subjects.
We don't need the sufferance of some blue bloods. You'll regret crossing swords with me and mine.
We beat it like
Tis
twice
your
now.
Last chance. Hand over the treasure so we can all go home and Pa can stop his moaning about how we're so poor. Or don't hand it over and make it fun for us. We're coming for you either way.
Okay then. What are we working with here? I think this is good. Should be fine. They are everywhere. Okay. So... Rogue and Bowman. We'll have Eridor go that way. And Max will back him up. So you're gonna go this way. So they're... I'm not gonna make the guy weak to archers fight archers. Oh wait, there's an archer there. Well, one archer's better than the boss being an archer. There's a mage there. Gonna have to deal with them. We'll send Anna over that way. He'll be fine. He'll be fine. Okay, that should be okay enough. Let's see how this fares. We only have to beat Trish in order to win, so I don't have to take down everybody.